Hi guys, Freddie B here on Saturday, Super Saturday, one of my favorite days of the year because today is January 29th, 2022. It's cold outside, it's sunny in Sarasota, but it's going to be damn near freezing tonight. But it's I can still walk out in shirt sleeves for a minute in the sunshine, and you guys can if you're up in the Northeast. Sorry that you're getting snowed on up there, but skiing's going to be great. Anyway, it is 24 Hours of Daytona Day. It's starting right now. I'm looking at it on my screen. They're getting ready to go. And here are my pathetic picks for both the NFL playoff games this year with my Super Bowl picks, and then also my IMSA Racing 24 Hours of Daytona picks. So first off, let's go to the 24 Hours of Daytona. And we've got one of the biggest classes in 8 years. For Daytona, we got two new cars. We have the new DPI Daytona prototypes that can also race, if I believe correctly, in Le Mans this year. So they've combined sports car racing, thankfully again. So now this race becomes part of the World Sports Car program, I believe. I think they'll go to Sebring also. You've got 5 Cadillacs in the DPI and 2 Acuras in the big cars. They're running race times about 1:34 for the pole. Slowest one was Scott Dixon's car and Sebastian Bourdais in the Cadillac Racing 1:38, which is funny because they would put them in third spot in LMP2. So two LMP drivers actually pole position faster. Those are Oreca cars, LMP2s. They're going to be at Le Mans too. That is probably the biggest class. Also, what's interesting is last time they had the new Daytona prototypes, I think I was at the race, or I watched the race almost the whole 24 hours. Is when Speed Channel was on, and it was awesome. But what was really interesting was all the DPIs broke during the day. So it ended up with a GT race, and I believe that was when the Corvettes and the Dodge Vipers had just an incredible race. And it made you realize that even after 24 hours of racing, it could come down to seconds. And it was just incredible. Just like last year. I believe the winners were on the same lap. So race has started. So my pick, which is, you know, I can make my picks after the race started. It's just one lap. Hopefully nobody's crashed yet. But I think Jimmy Johnson's team's going to win this one. They're in a Cadillac, and Jimmy Johnson's in the 48 car. Gee, know what? So it's the 48 car. You got Kobayashi, Rockefeller, Lopez, and Jimmy Johnson. It's the Ally Bank Cadillac. So you'll see Ally Financial on the side. They started 5th. The Taylor Racing, Konica Minolta Acura is in 2nd. Taylor used to run Cadillac, so that's an interesting move. Meyer Shank Racing with Helio Castroneves and Sebastian Pagano are also in the number 60 car, Meyer Shank, and that's an Acura. So watch those 3 cars in LMP, in DPI. LMP2, very, very difficult. There's Herta's Cars 81, the Dragon Spree car. All these cars are the same. It's all the paint. There's usually 2 cars for every one of those teams, and they're going to be tight. There's only 1, 2, 3. You know, the top 9. There's less than 4 seconds a lap, which is pretty good. Then you get down to cars you and I see all the time. Okay, you're talking about GTD Pro, which is GT Daytona Pro. These are the pro racers. You got Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, Porsches. This is where the Corvettes are. I got to take the Corvettes. Always take the Corvettes of that Corvette racing. That's going to be an unbelievable race throughout that. There's also a couple of 911s that are going to be very, very competitive in this. I wouldn't be surprised if Corvette and then maybe Mercedes even. And then you have the GTD, which is a mix of racing. These guys, just to give you an idea, the pros, GTD Pro 146.1, GTD, which is a Mercedes 146.3 for the Pro. So these cars are going to be racing all within themselves. So you're going to have to look at the car to see if it's actually a Pro car or a GT car. Don't know enough about these guys in the back. There are no Audis, however, racing this year. There are a lot of Huracan Lamborghinis, which is basically an Audi that has been reskinned. So if you're an Audi fan, you could maybe go for Lamborghini if you'd like to, since they're all owned by VW. But so those are my kind of pathetic picks for the Daytona 24-hour race. We'll see what happens. I think it's on NBC Sports, NBC. They're going to broadcast it hopefully all night long, because when I go back, get home from work, I usually do that. Hell, if I would, I'd get up. I'd leave work when I leave tonight at 10 and run to Daytona, get there about midnight and watch it all night. But, you know, I'm just getting too old for that, so not going to do it. So anyway, pathetic picks for racing. Now, let's go back to the NFL playoffs. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, I guess you've got the championship game, and it's the Cincinnati Bengals, okay, which I'm amazed they're here, against the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? Here's what's funny. I missed every pick last weekend, so that's why we call this Freddie B's pathetic NFL picks. So perhaps I'll miss them all this. I only have to pick 2 games. So I'm going to go for the upset special because Cincinnati's on a roll. So I'm going for Cincinnati to win the AFC. So for my friend Tom, who's a big Bengals fan, there you go, Tom. Freddie B's pathetic picks, picking Cincinnati. It might be your curse of death. Sorry about that. But I'm going to go with the Bengals there at the 3 o'clock game. Even though it's at Arrowhead Stadium, and Kansas City is favored by over 7 points, you know. So, I mean, I'm an idiot for picking them, but I'm an idiot anyway. So there you go. NFC Championship is the San Francisco 49ers against the Los Angeles Rams. Okay? Now, the Rams, are good. They beat the 49ers, I believe, twice this year, and it's going to be tough for San Francisco to win. Again, this is a team, San Francisco, that I did not think would make it. So I'm going to go with the Rams because I think they belong there, even though I didn't pick them last week. They're the stronger of the teams. They're playing in their home stadium, if you will, and it's a good-looking stadium, too. So I'm going to pick the Los Angeles Rams. For that second game, and that's going to go off at Fox at 6:40 p.m. tomorrow. So I'll get to watch both of those games. So Daytona just started at 2. You watch the end of the Daytona, 24 hours of Daytona. Then you can flip over to CBS, and you can pick up the Cincinnati Bengals against the Kansas City Chiefs, and then you flip over to Fox at 6:40, and you get to watch the San Francisco 49ers against the Los Angeles Rams. So, in the Super Bowl, my picks are going to be the Cincinnati Bengals against the Los Angeles Rams. Rams are playing at home. It would be the second time in 2 years that the home team is playing in their own stadium, if you will. So that's kind of interesting. And I got to go with LA at home if they win. So probably not the most popular pick, but for the city of LA, since they're split with so many teams or whatever, I don't know. Who cares? It's LA. Who cares? Nonetheless, hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, hey, I almost got 9, which is great. And I'll look forward to seeing you later. Ta-ta for now.